Tell me something. Are you where I am? Are you where I've been? Are you trying to stop thinking? You trying to let go of your thoughts, trying to not worry and be stressed out over everything? Let me tell you what I've learned. I like the ponds, I like the water. If you can't break through, if you can't get to that next step, if you can't get to that next level, maybe you've had glimpses of it, you've had momentary realizations, but you can't go back there. There's like this beautiful place, that's what I'm gonna call it. It's like a separate place of like worry-free, stress-free, anxiety-free. It's its own place, and we're trying to get there. That's where we want to be. It's where the ultimate happiness is. Like Eckhart Tolle describes it, that people go their whole lives, and they'll work for years and years and years. They'll save up all their money, they'll take a vacation, they'll go get drunk, they'll go do everything they want to do just to have some little momentary for like 3 seconds, just for that moment. And then they live their life just like that, just waiting for the next moment where they can finally be at ease and just relax and let go. But you can do that anywhere. You can be relaxed. Thought maybe I stepped on some animals walking through these fields here. But you can do that anywhere. You can be relaxed and carefree anywhere. It doesn't matter. Now, if you tried everything, because I've been there, I've tried meditating, I tried learning about it, I've tried reading books, I tried so many different techniques, and they do work. They do work. They all work. I feel like there's no real one right solution. You want to be doing everything you can, and don't worry about if you lose the consciousness, the state of awareness, if you lose the good feelings. And there's no such thing as a loss in progression in this. Anything you gain just stays with you, as Eckhart Tolle would say. Looking for a good place to stand. Oh, God, take it in this place here. But if you can't just break through to that next step, what else is there? What do you need to know? What's that final technique? What's that last thing you got to do? What keeps holding you back after you break through? Then you come back and you break through and you come back. Today I'm going to tell you how to finally break through. I'm going to tell you what it is you need to know, what information you're missing, what technique you're missing. I'm going to go over all of it right now. Do you want to know what it is? Because you're trying to mentally understand it too much. Okay, you're going into your mind and you're telling yourself in your mind, you're trying to contemplate in your mind, you're trying to understand it, you're trying to figure it out, you're trying to think your way out of thinking, you're trying to think your way into meditation. Even like, it doesn't always happen consciously. I'm not putting fingers at anyone because I do this myself. Whereas like I realize the reason why the techniques don't work. When I get into a state where I fall out of state and I try to fight even harder to get back into it, and then it's even harder and I'm less in state, I'm less clear-headed, I'm less focused, my head's all foggy, it's because I'm trying too hard. It's not like you're trying to even do anything. It's really like you're trying to let go of everything. Let go of everything. No more fears, no more worries, no more stress, no more anxiety. What I'm trying to tell you, if you've done everything, I'm gonna say this again, if you've done everything and none of it's worked, that's because you're trying to mentally understand it. So you're using your mind. You want to be like, okay, this is this technique, let me do this. Or this is how to meditate, let's do this. And you're just going from thing to thing to thing. You're still doing things and you're kind of missing the idea of it. The point is to really just do nothing whatsoever. Do nothing at all. I just got to be here in this moment. Don't be thinking about the next thing you got to do. If you need to focus on something, just focus on what you're doing right now at this very moment. Don't go in your mind and start looking for that next thing you got to do, because then you're not gonna be able to relax. You're gonna be worried about that. I need you to be here. I need you to be with me. I need you to focus right here. You with me? Are you focusing? Okay, stop trying to think of your way out of this box. This is a puzzle that you can't solve with the mind. It's like you gotta come outside of your mind. That's weird to say, but you gotta understand that your body and your mind aren't necessarily who you are. They're not necessarily you. Like as a child, you have a grand understanding of the world before you start analyzing everything. And it was when you start analyzing everything that you put anxiety on top of it, because you're just overthinking everything for no good reason. But what I'm trying to tell you is to just, it's weird. It's like, what do I want to say? It's nothing. It really is nothing. If you can't get through to that next level, if the meditation, if relaxing isn't working for you, isn't all the techniques, you know how I talked about in another video, feeling the emotion that's coming up in you and addressing that emotion, dealing with that emotion, getting that out of the way so let go of the thoughts. But if you tried everything, you know, you're trying to just be in the moment, you're trying to be where you are, you're trying to not think about the next thing and just focus on what you got to do, you're trying to sit down in a room quietly for 20 minutes, if you're really doing everything and nothing's working, that's because it's a place that your mind is not supposed to go. Your mind wants to go there, your mind can't go there. Your mind cannot understand what it is to be thought free, because it means to be free of it. And your mind is lying to you. It wants to enslave you, it wants to trap you. Like I like to say that your mind puts emotions inside of you, all based on survival instincts. When it puts fear in you, it's because it wants you to run away from a situation. When it puts anger in you, it's because it wants you to fight a situation. These are just survival instincts. We don't necessarily need them anymore. We don't need to function like this anymore. The brain wants to lie to you and tell you, oh, you got to think this out. You got to think about this. You got to think about that. It just wants to keep you going and going and going and going. Maybe I should just end this video on this, honestly. So what am I really going to say? Because what I'm trying to tell you is just stop thinking about it so much. To not be afraid of not knowing. To be in this childlike state of just peace and joy and happiness and fulfillment that's just unlimited, just as your God-given gift. Like when I notice a smile on my face in the mirror and I try to mentally analyze it, it's just weird. It doesn't really work that way, because it's like my body could enjoy the happiness and my mind is trying to go there. My mind is trying to be happy. No, it's your body's, it's so weird to say, but this is for your body to experience. Happiness is a bodily experience that happens when you can get the mind out of the way. Sure, it can happen with the mind when it's just chasing some kind of cheap stimulation, some kind of positive emotion, but when you cling on to those kinds of happiness that depends on something, once that thing is gone, you're going to be sad. Or once it changes, you're going to be sad. Or once something negative happens because you were clinging on to the positive things, now you're stuck clinging on things. Your mind's stuck in that state of mind and you can't uncling from the negative things if you're clinging so hard to the positive things. But I'm trying to tell you, just let go of everything. Forget everything you know. It doesn't even matter if you can't get the experience that you want to be having, the experience of just ultimate peace and happiness that I want to give to you. There is nothing you need to know. It's just, like I told my son, it's not about what you want to find, it's knowing where to look for it. And you're looking for it in your head. You're trying to decide. You might even not even realize it, because I notice a lot of my thoughts, I'll call them subconscious thoughts, where I'm just constantly thinking in the background so casually that it just becomes a normal state of mind for me, and I don't realize that I'm just lost in these loops. And you got to keep breaking free of them, breaking free of them, breaking free of them, and practice it over and over, and just build up your ability over time, because you will get better and better by default. It's like they say, like I said earlier, that Eckhart Tolle says, no gain in consciousness is ever lost. No gain in awareness and this like inner peace is ever lost. It just kind of keeps building and building and building. If you can't get to that next level, then maybe it's time to turn off the computer, time to put down the books, time to stop looking at anything, reading anything, because you're going to keep yourself in this angst mode where you're just looking for the next thing to do. And that's part of the problem why you can't stop thinking, because you can't just focus on a single task, because meditation takes focus. It takes you focusing on it. It takes you, as weird as it says, focusing on not thinking in a weird way, until you get to the point where it's just an effortless effort that you're just in this state and you're just in it, and it's blissful, it's enjoyment, is beautiful. Just, I wish I could just give it to you, but I'm really just trying to tell you with this video. I wrap up. Don't you look for it anymore, at least not the way you are. Forget all your thoughts, forget anything you know about it. Not that there isn't a time and a place and a use for that. It's all useful. You should be doing anything, but if you want to really get to that next level, be okay with not knowing, with not understanding, with your mind not being so involved, be okay with not believing everything your mind tells you, and just learning to let go and 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 let go. All your thoughts, all of your emotions, one at a time, until you get to the core of who you are. I hope you have a beautiful life and my video today served you. Have a nice day and thank you for watching.